Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, aka EGTV, and you already know what it is. We're back again with another video, and you know what? This time I got my guy with me, Kesh. Yo, Kesh, what's good, dog? You chilling?
Something, I'm chilling, bro. Yourself?
Chilling, man. Yeah, man. It's Europa League football, just like we remembered it. And you know what? We're back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Europa League game that we just had against Rapid Vienna. You know what? It was not we can get right into it and discuss it a lot, just like we did in the preview, and just like you yawned right now. That was majority of the game before 30 minutes near the second half, right? But you know what? When we get started, we're gonna hit that cue that intro. Everyone, check out the content. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, you already know we're going to be talking about that Europa League game that we just had. That Europa League game was not that great. It's the Europa League. It's just how we remember it, right, Cash? It's pretty much exactly how we remember it. Nothing's changed. We started off the game. We've seen the team sheet. We've seen everything that was going on with the team sheet, and we're like, this looks interesting. This looks like we're going with a strong team. And if you guys haven't already seen the team sheet, I don't know. Were you watching the game yesterday? Because yesterday's game, we had big heavy hitters in. We had David Luiz in. We had Leno in. We had Gabriel in. We had who else? We had Cedric, Kolasinac, midfield of El Neni, Partey, and we got Saka. And then you had the front three of Eddie Nketiah, Lacazette, and Pepe. So right off the jump, we knew Arteta meant business. This was no joke. And if you guys haven't seen the team, I'll bring you guys out the picture of the team. This team is not a team that you play in the Europa League. This is a serious team. You're trying to win the game. You're trying to score 4 or 5-0. But you know what? It didn't turn out that way. The first half, it was kind of shaky. And Leno, my guy Kesh was saying, Leno, what are you doing, bro? The guy was absolutely on a madness. And you know what? David Luiz came out to defend him. Arteta came out and said, it's my fault. I'm asking them to play this way. And if you guys haven't already seen what he did, Leno kicked the ball right at the defender. It went to the next defender. And then he had a chance to get up and do something about it. What did he do? It got right through his legs. Most keepers would make sure the ball doesn't get through their legs, but it somehow sneaked through his legs, went in, and you know what? They went up 1-0. Rapid Vienna went up 1-0. And for the first half, it was very, very shaky. But then you know what happened? A David Luiz free kick crossed in by Pepe for David Luiz header got us the first goal, a set piece. You know what? We haven't been great on set pieces this season. The past couple of seasons. But you know what? This season and the season before, the past 2 seasons, we've been really good at set pieces. We've been getting a lot of goals from our center halves, David Luiz, Socrates, Mustafi. Even if you remember, Kashani got a set piece goal with using his shoulder a couple years ago. So we've been getting set pieces goals a lot recently. But David Luiz's set piece goal was the one that got us 1-1. And then what happened, Kesh? Someone came on, substitution, right? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang came on and saved the day with the late goal set up by none other than Mohamed El Neni. The Mohamed El sideways played the progressive pass. And you know what? Is that a good thing to see, or is that something that is like worries you because you might get picked more now?
Wait, I don't even know where to even start. I've reassessed the game. I've gone and watched it over again. Obviously, during the stream, I wasn't really keeping my eye on it too tough. But when you watch it again, it was actually a 3 at the back. It was a hybrid kind of formation that changes depending on what the opponents was doing and when we have the ball. And then for me, that was a plus for him in the game. But if it weren't for that, I would have been putting him down as probably about a 5 during that game.
Oh, we're going to get to player ratings yet. You're too quick for me, bro. You're too quick. All right. So, yeah, let's talk about this. The game was really just an uneventful event. It was 2-1. The shots on target for Arsenal were, if you guys haven't already seen, was 11-4, 11 shots, 4 on target. Rapid Vienna outshot us. Rapid Vienna had more shots on target. Rapid Vienna had less possession. Rapid Vienna this is the best team in our group, and we faced them away from home, and we got our hardest game out of the way. So you know what, Kesh, it's not that bad of a result. The performance was not great, but the result was a win. So who cares?
The result was a win. Like, obviously, you move on from. I'm not going to be too critical of the performance, as I feel it was more down to the players not really taking responsibility. That's all it came down to. Like, they didn't apply themselves properly for this game.
And once again, it's another 4 minutes where Arsenal just turned the game like that. If you remember the Sheffield United game, it was 4 minutes it took us to get 2 goals. And this game, 4 minutes it took us to get 2 goals. 70th minute, David Luiz. 74th minute, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yeah, we know Arsenal's got moments like that. We know we'll always have moments like that, no matter who we play. The thing for me that's been highlighted is that we've got a lot of average squad players. That's what it comes down to. And when you've got a lot of average squad players and you put them all together in 11, the game plan doesn't work. That's what it comes down to for me. Like, when you watch the likes of, say, a Tierney in this formation, and you watch what Kolasinac does in this formation, they do the total opposite from each other. And that's where I feel the manager's instructions just doesn't work. So when you've got average players and you're giving them instructions and they can't actually implement it on the pitch, you're going to have problems.
Yeah. No, a lot of the comments are going in on Leno. Man, like, you got big up to you, bro. So first, let me go to this guy. My guy, Nigeria right now. There's a lot of love from Nigeria. Thanks, man. You know what? It's a lot going on over there in Africa right now with the whole situation with the police and everything. So hopefully you guys get through that, right? And then you got, Leno was dead last night. Yeah, he was. What do you call it? Leno was careless. Clear of, I don't know. De Gea makes big mistakes too, bro. De Gea's not good with his feet either. Thomas Partey. Woo! Let's get to Thomas Partey, bro. Thomas Partey has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. He has arrived. He has literally arrived for Arsenal. And, like, he was there, debut. Don't give me your player rating yet, but what do you think, man? He was good, no?
The guy, obviously, from the opponents that were playing, I expect that from Partey, but you can just see he's a Champions League level player. Like, he just cruises. He was cruising through everything he was doing in that game.
Yes, skills.
This is a level below him, and it just shows that for over the last few years, what we've been missing when we sign average players and hope that they're going to be class.
Yeah.
And if you add a few more parties to this team, it will elevate Arsenal as a whole.
Yo, guys, go check out 2K's FIFA Reaper, my guy. If you guys haven't already done it, go subscribe to him. If you're watching on the playback, take a second, pause the video, and go subscribe to him. But yeah, and then you got skills. Yo, before we get into player ratings, Kesh, what did you think about Arteta's decision to play such a strong team against Rapid Vienna?
For me, you shouldn't need that much quality in your team to beat the opponent that we had. But then again, it comes down to trying to fit so many average players all together at once. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do the player ratings now. But before we do the player ratings, I'm gonna need everybody in the comment section to do me a solid. If you haven't already done it, go drop a like on the video. But now we're gonna do the player ratings. First things first, we gotta go from the bottom. We gotta start from the goalkeeper, and you know what? This one is gonna be a brutal one. Leno. What does Leno get? Because we know Leno. He's
got to get a 0. He's got to get no matter what's going on. If your team's playing poor, what he done, there's no excuse for that at all. And it wasn't just the one occasion; it was the 2 occasions, the 3 occasions that he's doing the same thing. And I'm all for managers protecting the players. I'm all for it. But when you do that 3 times in a game, There's no excuse for that. You've got to call out players and ask them to start taking responsibility. Because at the end of the day, it's only going to fall back on you. As you see on Twitter last night, a lot of it was being blamed on Arteta. But for me, that's just not Arteta's fault.
Yeah.
You go out there and you play in such a opposition that's just not up to the standards that we are where we are. You've got to make the most. You've got to earn your place. There was a lot of players that played that should have been fighting for a starting place.
Yeah. No, that makes so much sense, bro. But look at this. You got Leno, who people in the comment section, they're giving him a 2. Like you got people going in on him. Yesterday, I'm Mr. Positive. You know me. I'm always giving my guys. I'm gonna pull a tie and I'm gonna give him a 5. But that is just because he did make a lot of mistakes, man. It's just hard to defend him sometimes when he makes these mistakes constantly. And you know me, I'm a Martinez guy. I'm a guy who says Martinez should have never left the club. But wow, like, bro.
But how can you give him a 5 though? That's what I'm saying. Us fans need to start being straight. Like, there's nothing wrong with criticizing, is it? When David Luiz had his disaster class against City, he was getting 0s. Why is it any different for Leno last
night? Okay. Leno, what did he really do? He faced 4 shots. One of them was conceded by himself. Another shot, I don't know, man. I honestly think.
Listen,
I think 4 is maybe a fair.
He made 3.
4 is a fair.
3 silly mistakes, and let's face it, like they should have scored from those mistakes.
So 4 is fair. I think 4 is fair. Is that not fair? I generally believe 4 is fair.
I think that's generous.
I think if
generous.
You factor in the fact that we only conceded 1 goal, we still won the game, and he did contribute to a team that won the game. Yes, he helped give us away the lead and concede the first goal. But I think Leno, a 4 is a fair result. You're giving him a 2 or a 0?
0 for me.
I think 0 is harsh because he did play. He put on a shirt. You have to give him something.
He did play, but he didn't face any threats like that where you say he had a good game. Like, everything was just what I expected. It's what to expect. That's the standards. You know what I mean?
So everybody's giving Leno a low mark. What do you guys think? You guys in the comment section, tell me what you guys think. Right now, there's about 35 of you guys. Give us what your thoughts on Leno's performance before we move on to the next man. Right? So what do we got? More of a 2. Yeah, you guys are saying more of a 2. You got another 2 here. You got my guy here saying Champions League. We have a new keeper that stops Arteta from using him. It's not good enough. Yeah, man like Eagle, big up to you, bro. And then you got, okay, so I'm gonna move it on to the next player. Who do you think the next player should be? Obviously, it has to be one of the back lines, so I'm gonna go Kolasinac. I thought Kolasinac was supposed to be gone, mate. What the hell is going on with Kolasinac? Kesh, I swear this guy was supposed to be gone from the club. Why is he still here?
I don't have a clue, bro.
It's one of them ones.
He's one of those players who's on a very high wage, and it's not like he's a young talent as well, where you can say, you know what, we can get him in, we can work on him, try and improve him. He's what, 25, 20, he's about 26, 27? And he's not putting any performances that's really going to make the team say, you know, we should go and get this guy. He's not worthy. He's really not worthy of being a professional at this level.
Wow. He's not worthy of being a professional.
He's not worthy. He's not worthy whatsoever, mate. Honestly.
Wow. Kolasinac gets a 4, says my guy here. Kolasinac gets a 4. CL Roy. Okay, brother. One love. Right. And then you got David Luiz. People are getting ahead of me. Okay. So before we go and move on to David Luiz, right, I want to talk about Gabriel. What do you think about Gabriel's performance? in the player rating.
Wait, this guy just shows you, like, he shows you that he's a level above what we've had at this club for years. This
Yeah.
is the standards that we should be looking towards. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and say he's world class. He's got a long way to go. Yeah, but this is the standards. These are the players that Arsenal that should be playing for Arsenal football team, not the likes of Socrates and guys like that. This is the standards of centre back that we should be looking for.
Okay, so guys, put your comments in below for all the player ratings if you want to do that now, and give us your player ratings. So Gabriel, for me, I'm giving him a solid 8.
I agree.
Solid 8, because we can't get carried away and give him like a 9 and 10 every performance, right? It's not realistic expectations to keep constantly overrating them. Now, David Luiz, what are you giving David Luiz? I'm giving David
I'll
Luiz.
give him a 7. You know, I'll give him 7. I don't think he played bad. I don't think he played great, but he was one of the brighter players on the pitch.
I have to give him, since he popped up with a goal, I have to give him a fair result. I'll give him an 8, because I think if I'm giving Gabriel an 8, Gabriel didn't score a goal. So I have to
just because you score a goal don't mean
your rating has to go up more.
I don't think so.
Based on your performance plus your contribution.
I think his performance was good, but it wasn't as if, like, if you saw the way he scored the goal, the keeper was poor for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm giving him a 7. Sometimes a player can score a goal and they haven't been great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Let's breeze by Cedric. Cedric, easy 6. Just give him a 6. His crosses were pretty good, but I don't think he deserves a 7. His crosses into the box were decent. His defending, I don't really know about. I can't really say nothing negative about his defending, but his crosses into the box were really good. Wow, he's giving him a 4.
I'll give him a 5.
Is he that bad?
I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's move on to the midfield. Before we get to Elneny, before we get to Thomas Partey, let's go with Saka. What do you think about Saka's performance? Because Saka, every time he plays, it's just like he captivates you for a couple of moments. There's always 1 or 2 moments where you go like, "Ooh, Saka, do you okay? Get it."
The thing is, you're gonna get that with Saka. He's a young player. Yeah. He's not gonna find that consistency yet as a youth player. You know what I mean? Like, fair enough, he's gonna have good games. He's gonna have games where he's not so good.
That one-on-one chance against City.
But that's to be expected. You can't start expecting a youngster to come in every game and perform like a senior professional. He didn't have the greatest of games last night, but he had moments.
But 4? Come on, brother. You got to give him more than a 4. I
wouldn't say he's a 4.
That's harsh. We got someone else giving him a 5.
I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5.
Steve's saying 5. He's saying Saka had a bad day, but still
he's very promising. Yeah, I'll give him a 5. He was about the same level as a Cedric.
Okay, so now the next guy. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture for him, because if I did, it would probably piss you off. Let's be honest. But before we get to anything bigger than that, let's go to Mohamed Elneny. What did you think about Mohamed Elneny? Because he did help lead to this goal.
Bro.
They're calling him. One second. Before you go in on him, can I just say one thing? My guy 2K said, "Don't disrespect Elneny."
He's trolling. 2K trolling, man. He's trolling. Trust me.
Okay, so what are you giving him?
You know what? I'll give him a 6.
That is pretty nice, actually.
I'll give him a 6. He wasn't the worst player out there. Like, you got to be fair in it. You weren't the worst player out there, but when I watch Elneny play, and sometimes he goes to win the ball, and it's very half-hearted at times when he goes to win the ball.
What do you think about 8? Ooh, wow. That's very
8. Really? If you watch this positioning, like, obviously I have to watch a game over again, innit? If you watch his positioning, sometimes he goes pressing all the way to the edge of the opponent's box, and at times Partey was left in there by himself. More often than not.
Okay, yeah, the comment section are having their own conversation. This has been happening a lot lately. Why do we keep getting asked about Ligue 1? You got
I
my guy
don't
saying,
understand.
okay, this is a mouthful. He's saying Arteta out. Man thinks he's the best coach in what?
No,
Man
he
thinks he's the
doesn't.
best coach in the world. I love Arsenal, but I hate Arteta. Does not respect the value of the players and what they stand
What?
for. Arteta,
Oh,
when he
bro.
was a player, he was horrible under Arsene Wenger. Added him into the squad. Uh, how earth is he humiliating Ozil, Guendouzi,
Oh God.
Saliba, Socrates? Too
You're
much
delusional, mate. You're
egos.
delusional. You're
He is.
delusional.
Oh my God,
You're
yo,
delusional,
are you
brother.
seriously Arteta
You're
out?
delusional, bro. You're delusional. No, thing is, you can have that opinion of Arteta out, but everything after that is absolutely delusional.
Oh my God.
Treating Grandosi in what way? Treating Socrates in what way? Like I don't understand. Socrates is surplus to requirement. Yeah. Guendouzi has had an attitude problem which had to be addressed. Yeah. You're gonna be talking about Arteta not standing up for Ozil's rights and the thing. Does this decision look like it's come from Arteta or from above? Do you really think if if it was Arteta's decision to not have Ozil in the team and it wasn't the owner's decision, you really think they're gonna let Arteta make a decision on someone who's collecting 350k a week?
Yo, Safi Yari,
You're not
I
making
want to
no
hear.
sense.
I want to hear it from you again. Are you seriously Arteta out? Explain more. Don't go in detail. Just say, yeah, say yes or no. Are you Arteta out? Say yes, I am, or no, I'm not. I really want to believe it because if you're saying you are, if you're just saying Arteta out, he could have been answering this question earlier. Thoughts on Ligue 1?
And Saliba, come on, man. What's he done to Saliba? Please tell me what he's done to Saliba.
Okay, he's saying. Actually, David Onstein came out today with a statement saying that Saliba will be featured in the team sooner than later, and he expects him to be. They're betting him in easily.
He will. He will feature in the team.
Okay, so Owen Hargreaves, I think you said it. Owen Hargreaves said that Thomas Partey's performance today was one of the best debuts he has ever seen.
Yeah, I just think I don't think obviously you have to look at that with context, innit? I think he's over exaggerated it a bit, but I get the notion of what he's trying to say. The guy was just strolling through the game, like everything was just so easy for him. That's what he's trying to say. Like, but obviously that's to be expected of a quality player like Partey.
Yeah, yeah. When you bring in a quality player into a team,
Be
there's a
expected, you
European
know what I
team.
mean? But when you watch the way he was dribbling, taking the ball forward, finding passes from deep, even some of the passes that you're looking and you see them play from deep, you don't normally see a defensive player do that. Not many defensive players can do that, and that's why he's one of the best in his position.
Okay. 1 second. Before we go to Partey, what did we give Elneny? I gave him a 7.
Wow! And listen, the fact you just said that and your comment before, I can't even acknowledge that. I can't even acknowledge
For
that.
anyone who can't see
I
what he's
can't even
saying,
acknowledge
he
that.
said Mohamed Elneny played like Xavi the last 9 days for me. Okay, so what are you saying about Mohamed Elneny's rating for you? Because I gave him a 7. Guys in the comment
I'll
section
give him a
gave him a
6.
5. Some people gave him a 9. No, he didn't give him a 9. My bad. I'm lying. He gave him an 8, right?
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Okay. And then now Thomas Partey. What are you giving him? Man of the
Partey.
match. This guy says number 9. He says 9.
Um, I think the 9's a bit too much. Like considering the opponent that we were facing, you know what I mean? Like this is Partey we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like this should be second nature for him. This should be second nature for him. Let's be honest. I
Yeah.
think it was a. I think if you look at it in all honesty, it was an 8. He just about edged it over Gabriel.
Yeah. That's the same as what Steve gave to Elneny, though.
But Hernani didn't get 8. You know what I mean? Like, what did he do in the game apart from that pass?
Okay.
I'm saying people not looking at the game and find the deal. They're just gonna look for the best highlights of what a single player done, individual done in the game. That doesn't impress me.
Okay.
It's what you do throughout the game.
Okay. So now let's go front three, right? we're gonna take this. We're gonna get rid of this picture, and we're gonna bring this picture up. So, what did you think about first Eddie Nketiah? What did you think about Eddie Nketiah?
Um, invincible. He was invincible. Like I don't know. It's hard with Nikkei, man. It's hard. It's hard. You know what? I think it just comes down to levels. You know what I mean? Like there's certain players that you can apply themselves at this level. There's certain players that can't. It's probably just a step above where he should be.
Yeah.
As a youth player, yeah, and you come into a game like that, you should be looking to impress the manager. Whether that's using your own initiative and trying to make something of the game, but he played very safe in that game. Like it was very safe. You know when you don't want to make a mistake, you want to play it safe to look like you're doing something on the eye, but you're really not.
Yo, Mr. Bongo, your demand has been granted.
So for Nketiah, I'll give him a 4.
Okay, Mr. Bongo, you are officially a mod. What do you call it? Just 1 second. It takes a second or two. And then, what else did you say? Nketiah, I give him a 5, man. Is that fair? Let's be honest. He didn't do much, but at the same time, he could have got sent off and he would have had a 0. So 1 second. And then what about who else are we? Pepe. Oh, no, we leave Pepe. Go Lacazette.
4. See no difference between his performance.
Mr. Bongo, you're officially a moderator. Send a message, you'll see.
I see no difference between his performance and Nketiah. I'm not going to be biased because he's a senior player. I'm going to be very level-headed. I'm going to be fair. They were both shocking, honestly. And then when you look at the opportunity where he had, I think it was 2v1, and that was against the keeper, not even the defender. He was so slow in his decision making. The defender ended up getting back, crowded him out, and then wasted opportunity. You either got to be direct there and pop a shot off, or you square it to Aubameyang there, and he didn't do nothing. Neither.
Okay, so Lacazette gets
4 for me.
I gotta go with you on this one. I can't defend Lacazette. He's not an academy kid. He's a grown-ass man who's been playing for a while. He knows what he's doing. And you know what? Steve also agrees. He gets a 4, right? And a lot of people agree. So he gets a 4. Well, and then now, Pepe. I'm going to go on Pepe, okay? Pepe had a lot about him today, I think. Even though a lot of his shots went over the bar, they were I would say, like a hand. I know a miss is a miss. Off target shot is an off target shot. But I don't know what I'm trying to say. The easiest way to say it for me, I'm going to condense it into 2 words. He needs consistency. No, 3. How many words? He needs consistency. Yeah, that's 3 words. He needs consistency. That's it. He's not consistent. Throughout the game, even, you find moments in the game where he's picking it up, and then you find moments where he's just flat and he doesn't care. Because how many times will he run at a man and then do something stupid? Even the cross that he made, wide open, a man's wide open right in front of you. He makes a cross across the box. Why not just pass it to a man in front of you? Easy goal. If you remember that shot that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then, but give him up. He got a cross for a set piece for a header, assist, goes in the pocket. Another stat that I could use against the rivals. So you know what? I'll give him a 5, even though he got an assist. I think that's fair.
For me, it's not a question about ability. Pepe, for me, he deceives on the eyes, and like sometimes you will see him on the ball and you think, okay, yeah, that's a bit nice, and then other times you'll see him on the ball and it's just like, okay, what's your next move? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you're trying to do. It's like you're confused once you get on the ball. He hasn't got the the image in his head. Like when you're playing at eye level, good footballers, before they even receive the ball, they've already pictured what they're going to do next. And I don't feel like Pepe has that. And as I said in the last preview, I think it comes down to being intelligent on the ball. And I don't feel like he's got that. And I think that's why he's struggling. So I know he got the assist last night, which is a brilliant delivery, but most left-footed players have got that. You know what I mean? People don't understand about left-footed players. Left-footed players there could be like just terrible, yeah, but they've always got like a great left foot. Most of them, well, attacking players anyway, they've always got a great left foot. So when he put that ball in, I wasn't surprised. But
Okay, so
for
I got.
me,
Sorry.
I will give him a 6. I'll give him a 6 for it.
Okay, so I gave him a 5, and I thought I was being really kind, but you gave him a 6, so I feel like I'm harsh now. Let's get to this comment. Man saying man of the match. I still got a couple more players that I need to talk about, but I'll condense it into this. Tierney came in, Bellerin came in. They don't get nothing.
I think they do. You know why I think they do? Because it shows to play this. Obviously, I don't rate Bellerin. I genuinely don't rate Bellerin, innit? But it shows what difference in levels these players are when they came up against these opponents, these specific opponents that are below their quality. They came in and made a difference in this formation. And I feel that's what's letting Arteta down. I think he's, at the same time, he's complicating it by playing this formation because these players are just not of quality to play this formation. And to play this formation, you've got to be technically good and you've got to be very smart here as well. And the players that started this game, a lot of them ain't smart like that to play this formation.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go by it quick. I'll give Bellerin, he got an assist. He came on late. Give him a 6. Tierney played, didn't really put a foot wrong. I'll give him a 5. And then Aubameyang came on as a substitution, won us the game. He gets an 8.
For me, I would even give him an 8. Give him a 7. Like, Aubameyang, great. The run was great to get there, but it was on the plate for him. I expect him to score that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, man of the match. It's that time. So I got 2 sets of photos for you, okay? So do these guys make the cut for man of the match for you?
Not David Luiz, no.
So there's 4 candidates. There's David Luiz, Gabriel. You got the man himself, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and you have Thomas Partey. So if you had to vote, people in the comment section, put your vote in right now. Who are you going with? Right? And the reason why there's no super chats yet, because we are not a big enough channel yet to have super chats. So you can't do any super chats, but don't worry. Don't worry about that. Just enjoy. I'll read out the comments anyways. Yes, we are live, Semantic FC. But yo, Kesh, now that I've shown you the candidates are Gabriel, David Luiz, Aubameyang, and Thomas Partey. If you had to put them in order, who's the bottom of that list for you? For me, it's Gabriel.
Really?
Yeah. I put Gabriel, then David Luiz, then Aubameyang, and number 1, Thomas Partey. I think Thomas Partey was the man of the match. I think Thomas Partey showed how much of a baller he is compared to everybody else that we have. His passing completion, the way when the person who receives a pass from him, the position they're in, they're not under danger. He thinks about giving them the ball when they have the capability to be safe around them. Where other guys would, for example, Leno would give you the ball.
Put them under pressure.
Yeah.
But that comes down to ball appreciation. That's the thing we've got. Like when I play football, when I'm in training, your coach always tells you ball appreciation. Look after your man. Don't put him in a position where he's gonna be in trouble. Like you know what I mean? Like even little things like playing the ball to the like some guys will play the ball to the wrong feet. You know what I mean? Like you meant to play it to the safe side so the man can shield the ball and look after it. Obviously, you're not all the time you're going to get a perfect pass. I do understand that because that's football. But I feel a lot of players don't really think about these things when they play.
Wow. My guy here is saying Gabriel's man of the match. Bayaka, Kaka. Come on, man. Really? Out of all the people, out of all
No,
four of those
as
guys.
I said, my order for it would be Partey. I think I'll put Gabriel in there because he was very dominant at times.
Wait. Partey's
Very
fourth.
no, Partey's first.
Okay.
Partey's first. Then for me, it will be Gabriel, Luiz. Um, but I know you put Aubameyang in there, but I wouldn't even put a fourth in there. But like Aubameyang, what you done? It's the basics, man. It's the
Yeah, it
basics.
was a tap-in. It was a
You know what I
tap-in.
mean?
It was a tap-in. It was a tap-in. Okay. So is this another one of those games where our creativity has let us down?
It is. It is. But I've braced myself for this before the first ball of the season was kicked because I knew we didn't get what we was meant to get done.
Okay. So what
There's
is
gonna
your
be
three things? Kesh, I know we can get the long answer, but short answer. What were the three things that you learned from this game?
still not enough quality in this team.
Yeah.
Still players hiding,
Yeah.
and Arteta is gonna have ups and downs.
Okay. And then there's a guy in the comments saying, Semantic FC saying, Partey's confidence, progressive performance. And you know what? I think Thomas Partey's performances can raise the level of the players, but imagine if he regresses to the means. That would be
Mate.
terrible.
And it's not impossible. It happens. It happens at every team. You know what I mean? Like for a player of his talent to come in and play with such I don't even want to say the word yet. Such diabolical shithousery players, yeah. Your standards can drop. It can
Yeah.
drop because when you see that there's no one there, no one's a winner like you. No one wants to take the game by the scruff of the neck like you. It can become mentally draining where you just think, you know what, fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because it's a team game. It's a team game. I can't just drag you through every game.
Yeah, true. No, 100%, bro. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say one thing. If you could tell me this, out of the three things that I learned from this game, tell me which one I think is the most serious issue that we have. One, we played a lot of our first 11 players in the team. That's one thing that I learned today. So we're going to be playing a lot of our first 11 players in the Europa League. Two, we didn't see a lot of academy players. Okay. And three, we tried to change the formation and it didn't look like it worked. Now, which one of those three is the most concerning to you?
Three, but the formation didn't actually change. It
We
didn't
did.
actually change.
We did change the formation. At times, we went with a flat back four, and it actually weakened us.
But actually, it didn't actually change. It was just how it changes during the course of the game, depending on what the opponent's doing and the spaces that are available on the pitch.
Okay, maybe personnel changed, and it affected our performance big time in the first half.
Without a doubt, without a shadow of doubt, yeah. I would say
What was the most concerning thing for you?
worrying that we played our a strong team, and we still couldn't get the job done. Like we couldn't get the job done. Like it's worrying. It's very worrying, isn't it? Let's just say that because your manager chooses to rest players, but if we're not resting players and we're still getting these performances in, then where does the season go from here?
True.
Because then you're gonna have to think, what are you gonna have to start playing Aubameyang and guys like that this early in this competition just to make sure we win our games? You don't want to be playing Aubameyang in games. Aubameyang should have even needed to come on.
Yeah, my guy said something really smart here. He said, Gabriel was not booked yet. He's a defender. Thomas Partey had a yellow. I think that means Gabriel makes good professional tackles.
Thomas Partey got a yellow for a foul that should never have been. So I think that point isn't really adequate for this topic because
Villa or Leeds?
really and truly, the referee was actually shocking in some of his decisions.
Yo, my guy.
He wanted to give cards. He wanted to make the game about him.
Yeah, we were talking about it. He was so happy that he was refereeing a big game
Big
against.
game, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, some people, man, what are you gonna do? This is
Villa or Leeds.
this is their moment to shine. Now he's saying Villa or Leeds. You know what? I'll leave that for when we do the actual video. We're gonna do a video tonight, so check that out. Okay, we're gonna do a video tonight on Villa versus Leeds. If you haven't already seen, it's the artwork and everything's already on the channel, and it's gonna be a live watch along tonight. Villa versus Leeds at 8 o'clock. Okay, check it out, bro. And you know what? If you already know, I got a lot of Aston Villa players in my fantasy team, so I'm definitely going for Villa. But
Yeah, for Villa, yeah.
yeah. But yo, I'm gonna wrap it up here. The Europa League is what the Europa League is. This is what it is, and you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. The only thing that's changed is the personnel for the clubs. And we had a comment earlier from one of our regulars. He asked, "Do you see any difference from the team from last year?"
No, but I'm not really I didn't expect to see dramatic changes because it's the same team from last year. It is the same team from last year, apart from you've added Gabriel and you've added Partey. It will make small differences, but not differences that's going to be so clear on the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, you had a comment about your beard the other day, and I know why. You're looking down, your beard was still going out. I was like, yeah, that's amazing. Anyways, that's the compliment of the day. You're not getting another one, I'll tell you that. But hey, I'm out of here, boys and girls. You already know. And if you haven't already done it, do me a favor, smash that like button. At least get me to 20 likes for this video. That'd be amazing. If you guys haven't already liked the video, go like the video. And yo, Kaka, check us out on YouTube. I know you're watching on Facebook, but do me a favor, hit that like button and go on YouTube and subscribe to the channel on YouTube also. And anyone else watching there watching on the replay, please check out more of my content and do me a favor, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and check out more of our videos. And don't forget, we're all Arsenal fans, even if you're League Gunner and the crazy people like Claude, and if you're on our side and you're the positive guys, and if you're in the middle and you just want to be a balanced opinion, we all support the same club, we all support the same team, we should all get along and we should all be cool. Anyways, everyone out there, stay nice and don't forget, be kind. Have a good one.